What's going on, folks? Witsend FL. We are back for something special today. This is my new personal damage record. Now, it has taken me probably a year to get to this point, to break this again. My previous damage record overall was like 250,000 in the Conqueror. And I came very, very close many times, and that's kind of my thing, is I don't get a whole lot of, high damage games, but I get a ton of high damage games that are still fantastic games, which I prefer personally. But this is something special. Best I've ever done by far. So we're in the Yamato, as you can see. Personally, if we're debating the best battleship at Legendary tier, and therefore the best battleship in the game, I'm going to give Conqueror the edge. If you have a whale build with Conqueror, Azurlane Nelson, Justinian Lions, there's nothing beating that. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. That's thing's busted. It is. With that. But it's sad that you have to do all that to get a busted build in Conqueror, whereas Worcester, you could come out with a bottle captaining that shit and it would be busted. Another story for a whole other day, though. That is just Wargaming's practice. So, you guys know, I am aggressive. I get into a lot of positions that a lot of times don't necessarily work out, but a lot of times they do, and they end up being fantastic. That's what we're going to be doing here. Instead of doing the typical push around to A thing, I noticed there's nothing in B. There are 2 destroyers in this whole game, and I figure, well, maybe I'm being radared by a black. No blacks, so that's not it. And there's nothing in B. I don't have a whole lot to fear here. There's a couple of Des Moines, and that's really my strategy in doing this, is I'm going to push around. I'm going to get a broadside on the Des Moines. You saw earlier I took a shot at the Yamato, hoping to get a nasty shot on that. So let's go ahead and continue our push here. Now, the one bad thing about Yamato, one of the other things that Conqueror just does better, is this thing is god-awfully slow. Ugh, it's like 24 knots. Takes you forever to get anywhere. But when you do get somewhere, you are going to just decimate. Now, there's a couple of Yamatos out there. Pretty scary stuff, right? But we get into the right spot, we're going to have a broadside on these guys. But again, the whole reason I'm doing this is for the Des Moines that we're looking at here. These couple of Des Moines. I want to get rid of these guys, help out our destroyers. There's a Kaba out there. I'm not terrified of a Kaba in a battleship, but those torps can sneak up on you pretty good. And they are annoying. So I will still absolutely take the shot if I have it. So I kind of forget where these guys went, and I kind of figured I might see something out in this range. We don't end up seeing anything, but we do get spotted. I figure it's by the cruiser, and then that happens. And good God, oh, that could have been so bad. Let's take a shot at his bow, close to the waterline. We are using the 44,000. So we're using the forget his name. The guy who has the fighter plane ability. He's one of the Warhammer 40k commanders. Very good commander. Every now and again, whenever you get the fighter plane up, you get some nasty salvos and increases damage by like 20%. So that's what I use there. He gets us okay through the bow. We again shoot through the bow, and we get 20,000. So we're winning this fight. We got 40k the first time, 20,000 the second time. But at this point, I start thinking, well, he's probably going to ram us. He knows that we've beat him. He's going to ram us. But then I notice those guns start to turn, and he's not going for us. So now I'm worried about the drive-by. Unfortunately, we open up our cheek a little bit, and we get smacked pretty good, but we smack him worse. 30,000 right there. I mean, that guy just got completely mopped. And then here comes the other one, who just, he forgets that we're here, I guess. I figure his buddy, he thinks his buddy would have had us. But, good God, he does the unthinkable. He notices we're here, turns his guns, shoots at our bow, and gets us really good. That was 35,000, but we get him better. 83,000 damage. If that just doesn't tickle your fancy, nothing will. We go for that third shot, and we blew up his one of those guns. I don't know which one. Actually, interestingly there, it said we blew up a gun, but I don't see any blown up guns. Maybe we got like a glitched icon. I've heard of that happening before. Now we got the Des Moines. This is who I really made this push for. We're going to go ahead and take our shot at him, get rid of the menace, even though it finally got a nerf. He's dead. Moving on, let's get the Rune here. Rune's coming out around this corner. Let's see if we can get a nice shot on him. These things are easy to nuke. We got 8 seconds. We are now at 204,000 damage and 3 kills already by this point of the match. We're 5 minutes in. So let's go ahead and take this shot. Could be a dev strike. Let's get our third gun off, just in case. And we don't get a dev strike, but we do get 15k. So I'll take that. Second gun's completely missing. That's alright. We are not doing so good on health at this point. 6,900 damage. We go ahead and pop our heal off, but we're in a risky position here. We can die. Now, if we died at this point, not the end of the world. We did our job and then some. 220,000 damage. But I realized, hey, this could be a personal damage record, so I didn't want to die. He is luckily shooting AP at us, so he ain't hitting us, and he's not setting us on fire. We're going to live. I noticed there's something in B. I'm figuring destroyer, right? We get spotted by a plane, which appears to be from the Rune. But I am starting to be conscious of the fact that there is a battleship. I don't know what it is. There's a battleship still alive. There he is, Republic. Luckily, he does not really have a shot at us, because he could one-shot us. It's very easy to do. My best thing would have been the stern tank, but he could be what's capping that base. But then there's also a destroyer that's been unaccounted for thus far, who was last seen in C. I am very aware of this. We get spotted. I figure it's the cruiser, but it ends up being the destroyer. And good God, it's a Shima. Luckily, we have some island cover here, so I'm not too panicked about being torped. And we take a shot. I don't think we hit him. No, we did not. But he is trying to set us on fire, which could have been detrimental. Khabarovsk gets spotted. We have Worcester still, luckily, which could be the difference between us winning and losing this, in all honesty. Because as much as I've done, if we ain't got nothing to hunt down those destroyers, we're screwed. There is something. It looks like he used his radar and wasted it, unfortunately. I decide to push around to the left. Let's get rid of this Rune. And let's also try and get our guns off on the Kaba. Our Shima dev strikes there, Shima. Key play there. I mean, it could have been horrible if he got to live and decimate us. I hear some torpedoes, but I have no idea where they are. And we are sonared. So I'm at this point worried about not torpedoes being sonared and the Republic having a shot on us. That is my main concern. I'm pushing around trying to get rid of this guy. I know he's got torpedoes, but I figure I can outmaneuver him. But again, I'm most worried about that rear cheek just getting decimated by the Republic. I've done it before. I did the other day in Republic. Hit a Yamato for 20,000 through that cheek, citadelled him at 17 kilometers. So any range, you should be terrified of Republic and Yamato. If you're showing the right angle and if they have that accuracy. Rune looks like he's turning and burning, but we have Worcester who should be able to get his broadside pretty good if he does end up going around that corner. Again, here's the problem with Yamato's, the speed. You can see it's just taking forever to get there. Kaba gets spotted, so I know I'm going to be, walking into a world of hurt, basically. I am walking into Torpedo City. I'm aware of this fact, so I decide, let's go ahead and try and beach to throw off their torpedoes, and let's see if we can't shake them. Once we shake them, these guys have no real weapons to threaten us with. Let's see what happens. We're 3 kilometers away. I believe we're proxy spotted. There's the first rack. We got Kaba torps to worry about. We got a second rack of Rune torps to worry about. There's Kaba. He shot us, so he knows we're here. He's undoubtedly launched some torps, and the Rune is undoubtedly going for that second rack. There's the second rack of Rune torps. We narrowly avoid it. Skim a little bit of paint off the bow. But at this point, he's screwed. He's dead. Now the Kaba's hiding, so I decide, alright, he's going to end up going forward. He's running away. We got our damage con off, so we're not going to die. Let's go get Willed back up to full health so we can get back into the fight. And let's maybe cut off the Kaba, because we cannot leave the protection of a Worcester. But, luckily for us, Kaba ends up coming out, And our guns, I believe, are going to turn fast enough. Yep, we popped that fighter just to get that extra damage, make sure he dies, and he's dead. But torps are on the way, undoubtedly. I'm cutting in, trying to split them through the middle. Let's see. We got a fighter up, so they should be spotted a little bit sooner. Or not. You see how sneaky those things are, man? That's ridiculous. That's terrifying. Impossible to dodge. I don't know what Kaba Torp's detectability is, but that's sneaky. We dodged him. Luckily, he goofed the Torps, and we dodged soon enough. So now at this point, all we have is the Republic. We got a Shima. This one should be a win. We're at 247,548 damage, 4 kills, and 8 Citadels. So I'm trying to turn around, get our shot on Republic. There he is. Looks like he's going out of the cap. So let's see if we can get a shot on him and get back into some open waters. Now, unfortunately, I do, at this point, beach. And we get stuck a little bit. But it ain't that bad, because we are still going to have a shot on the Republic. I'm trying my best to move past it, just power on through, move the island. The island ain't making me move. I am a Yamato. I am the island, as far as I'm concerned. Reverse. I'm hoping I can make it through at this point. Let's see. I need somebody to spot this guy. Shima should be. And it looks like I cannot go forward. So I end up reversing further. This is just the worst when this happens. It really is. Republic gets spotted. We got a pretty good look at him. I pop our last fighter plane, take that shot. We should be able to lob that island, and it should be a pretty good one. Let's see. He is near full health. We take 23,000 off, bringing us up to 271,000, and we get our Confederate badge. So we have High Cal and Confederate at this point. Now we just need to speed up so we can actually get our next shot off on him. We're going to have that little gap that we'll have the ability to shoot him from. Just need him to hurry up. And we can't beach again. I'm getting sick of beaching. It really is just the worst. Here he comes. Is he going to be broadside? No, he's not. Doesn't matter. He's covered in 32 millimeters. I overmatch every part of that ship except for the belt. So I aim for the upper belt, and we get him for 9k, knock out a gun. I'll take that. Now, I'd really like to go through his bow for some citadels, but he really just starts to get chewed up at this point. So, not a whole lot of health left. Still, probably 20,000, but somebody just smacked him. I don't know who. We're going to go take the shot through the bow. Should be enough to finish him off. And boom! There we go. Kraken Unleashed and a Dreadnought. So, final tally on this battle is... never gonna load. I'm curious how Musashi's gonna play out. I'm sure it'll be similar. We have 290,439 damage, 59 targets hit, a plane shot down, 5 kills, 8 citadels, 4 defense, assisted and capped, 34 secondaries, Dreadnought, Kraken, Confederate, and a high caliber. That is a lot of damage. We just barely missed 300. I wanted to break 300 so bad. We also topped out the leaderboard at 3969 base XP. So, guys, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already. Join the Discord. Link is in the description. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video and the next stream. Thank you for tuning in.